This is a strange little demonstration. It's not about dead ball era hitting, which is what we usually do on smallballsuccess.com. This is sort of the alternative to that kind of hitting. It's, might as well call it the science of hitting, the Ted Williams swing. A lot of guys besides Ted would swing a bat this way. Mickey Mantle would. Speaking of Williams, Billy Williams, kind of the guy of his generation that's most forgotten. Great hitter. All of these guys, what they would do would be to hug the bat in that rear armpit and then do a sort of a roll, bend the forward knee in and coil. Stan Musial, of course, would really go into this. And then they uncoil, and you're supposed to stay back. I find that I can't really stay back because I'm just, I guess, a natural front foot hitter. And maybe that's why I find the dead ball era strokes so compatible. But I wanted to try to model this swing for you and just, well, let me see if I can hit some first and then I'll make the points that I want to make about this. This is why I'm not necessarily recommending this for smaller guys. Let's see what happens. Going to get down pretty close to the knob, closer to the plate. Oh. Why? Wasn't ready. These are outside. I need to get closer. Okay, that's it. Let me put a few more in there. I'm getting the results that I thought I would. I think I got about 8 or 9. Oh boy, did I mistime that. That's it. What'd you think of that? Phew! There's a lot of energy in that swing. And when you do connect, yeah, that goes a long way. If you connect well, you really put a charge in it. Actually, I was doing much better. I thought, one thing that I thought was going to happen was that I'd pull almost everything. But I never quite got it timed. And when I did make good contact, it seemed like it was all over there, and a good many of those were foul, by the way, but I did get into some, and I didn't expect to have that kind of off-field success with this. Usually guys with that kind of swing will be heavily shifted. Of course, you've heard about the Williams shift that Lou Boudreau famously put on Williams every time they played the Indians played the Red Sox. Here's what I think is the liability of this sort of swing. And I think it's just magnified in the most popular swings today. Because this is still relatively level. But what happens when the hands are farther back and then you stay back, as I was trying to do, you're going to get a dip right here. And if you are a little bit late, then maybe you get the ball here and it goes to the off field. Again, some of those that I hit were traveling a pretty long way, but they're not really line drives for the most part because I was getting under them too much. My bat was coming down into the ball too much. It was kind of sweeping underneath it instead of driving right through the middle on a slightly downward plane, which is what we like to do with the speaker cob approach. Then, when I did manage to pull something, and some of those were hard ground balls too, but I would get it when I made a deliberate attempt to be a little early, so my barrel is coming up when it contacts the ball, and that means I'm going to top spin it, and that means it's going to be a ground ball. Now that might go through, but why are you doing this swing to begin with? Why is this superior supposedly to the dead ball swing? Because it has more power, and if you're top spinning the ball, even if it gets through for a base hit or maybe a double down the line, we're not talking about home runs here. You got to get it up. McCovey and I've seen Jay Bruce do this, but most guys who top spin a ball are not going to get it over the fence. It's a swing that it's really hard to predict where it's going to go if you make contact or if you make contact at all. If I were a pitcher and I saw a guy swinging like this, I would pitch him up and in on the hands, because since you have that dip in your stroke, the dip is magnified as you get closer to the hands. So this is going to be a strike. It's a little below the letters, a little above the belt. But, unless I get way out in front, if it's a good fastball, I'm not going to be able to get it out in front. If it's right over the plate, I'm going under it. Probably not going to make any contact at all. And really, right over the plate before this top arm straightens out, this is where the power stroke is. That's where the barrel is still going slightly downward. It's almost level, but it's putting enough backspin into the ball, and it's hitting the ball directly in the center. Those are the ones that are going to travel 400 plus feet, and they tend to go to center field. And yet, of course, most guys, like Ted Williams, most guys who do this are going to try to be dead pull hitters. So it's a great swing if it works for you. Ted hit, 406 with this swing? At 48 or something like that, but I don't know how he did it. He was Ted, and I'm not Ted, and you're not either, so I doubt that you will hit 400 with this swing.